All right, so kind of a weird video. So we were supposed to be on vacation all this week in Orlando, and obviously a lot happened this week in Orlando. Thank God it seems like everybody's okay for the most part. The Hurricane Milton. So we came home early. We actually, instead of going to Orlando, we ended up going up to North Carolina to see my in-laws. They kind of live northeast of Asheville, so we had to drive all the way up and back down in Virginia, and it's been a little bit of an emotional week, but everybody's doing all right. I'm not sure. My mother-in-law wasn't feeling so good, so we went up there to see her, and so I came back and just had to get some work going here, I guess. I don't know, kind of a weird thing. So I'm where I was, and oh man, anybody that's watched me for years, none of this is going to obviously come as a shock to you, but there's a dude with a black face, not a black face, but a black grilled Rev G triple rectifier for sale. Let's see if I can find this. Where is it? Oh God. There it is. Ugh. Anyway, and it's funny, I'm still thinking of the dang H90. You know, I just didn't like it, but it feels weird. Like, I feel like I missed it. I've had two of them. Anyway, I'm back with my Strymons. That's all I need, and the axe effects. But I did get left and right. It's so perfect. Check this out. So this side here. So this guy here is the PT100, and then this side here, which is left and right, you'll see it here, left and right. This is the matchless, and then this is the PT100 again, and the Mark 5. No, yeah, the Mark 5. So yeah, this was such a great experience. So here it is. Yeah. Perfectly. This is perfect. And now PT100 and Mark 5. Modulation's a trip, huh? So this is kind of where I'm at. Yeah, so I've got PT on one side, and Mark 5. I'm in the Mark 5 right now on the other side, and together. Just double check that polarity. Like I said, sometimes it does get a little bit strange. It's a little strange. Yeah, we're good. So, if I'm being honest, it's kind of thwarting off a little bit of, a funk, because I was so looking forward to vacation, and I don't know, man. Now we're home, and I'm glad we did came home. I'm glad we did come home for a number of reasons. One, my dog, when we picked him up yesterday from the kennel, his eye was like looked terrible, and I was talking to the lady, and she's like, I was just about to call you. She said, this just happened, and we had cleaned it out, and we were trying to deal with it. We were going to call you, but because we were set to pick him up on Sunday, and then this was Wednesday. So we did the vet this morning, $610.88. But I got the heartworm test. I got a year of more of his heartworm stuff. I got another thing of trazodone. I got some shots, and they checked. They also did the they did the heartworm test, and I got a year of the heartworm meds, which he's been on for, I guess this is about 6-7 years now. But so so they think it's just conjunctivitis, like pink eye. They looked and, they checked his tear ducts, and that was normal. They didn't see any contusions or something they called it. So that's good news. But my son has not been feeling great. And again, last night, he's just like sleeping and not feeling good, and his throat feels weird and everything. So I tell my wife, let's just get him to the doctor, man. Let's get a COVID test. Let's get a whole thing. He's got COVID. So it seems like it's at the end. They said it was a faint line, but just yeah. So there you go. My Strat's getting dull. The strings, man. I've had them on for a few months, and I've been playing this dang thing every day. Yeah, this the timeline digital delay quarter note. Let me see what it should be 108, which is about that. Oh God, I don't know what that was all about. Yeah, so I think we're at 108, right? Yeah. So let's just have some fun. Wait, where is it? There's a loop with this. Let me get this loop going here. We'll just leave it like that. Oh. I don't know why. I mean, there's really... Oh my God. There's no point to this video, but I'm just doing it because I am kind of feeling like a little blah. So I just got a little left and right going. Yeah. Now, and I have little presets I made. Now here's digital delay. And again, these are perfect left and right. These are my like base things. This is on the timeline, and this is dotted eighth, right? And it's funny, I've been, all of a sudden I realized that's the echo in Iran by Flock of Seagulls. Like, that's that dotted eighth. I was a kid, I didn't know nothing about that stuff. Here's my little dual delay, which I don't know really what this is going to sound like. I made this and never really played it. I made this right before we left. So it's kind of got some sort of I think it's a quarter on the left, right? So if I kill this, it's not exactly perfect, but I think the left would be. Yeah, and you're hearing the echoing kind of because they're both in the same room, unfortunately. So it's like if you're listening to this. And then the other side is, I guess, the dotted, the right is the dotted, right? So, and you're gonna hear some ghosting on the other one, but I think that's a little bit of kind of the way Edge does it. I can't really figure out exactly, but I'm not Edge, but yeah. So the first one here is, well, they're both. It's quarters on the left and dotted eighths on the right. So now I think that if I go into this, I can turn it up. I can turn up delay time 2, mix. If I turn this up, I think this is going to turn up the dotted eighth. Yes! Yes! I turn it all the way up. Man, see, I'm learning. So the way it works with this, yeah, so the way it works with the timeline is, the first delay works off of the face of the timeline. Then you go into parameters, that runs the second delay. So it's a ratio, which this I think is probably what this is the dotted eighth. Yeah. So imagine you're not hearing the left side. Let me try to save where I'm at. Give me a second. Ah, there it is. Save. There it is. Oh my God, I got it. Go 98. Boom. There it is. So I got to hold down the type knob. So now I've got it saved. So if I click off it, right now I go back to it. I've got my dotted eighth should be nice and loud. Oh my God, I can get my run like hell. Now let me get out of this and just see something here real quick. Get a little, I kind of messed this up. bugs me about these APIs. They are touchy. These 512s, boy. It's like... One thing I could do is maybe add a couple more repeats to it. That was with Mobius and Big Sky. Yeah. Let me, oh, you know what? Let me do this. Let me add less repeats here. Add a few repeats to the dotted eighth. Oh, that's nice. And now I know how to adjust it. I'll take that. Right? So that now I know. Now I hold down the type knob. Save to, there it is. And now I click off of it. And now I'm back on it. Yeah, that takes a little of that point. Let me save it again. Told you this didn't have an enormous... Oh. This dual delay has kind of intimidated me. Little Big Sky. Like there's a way to track these kind of parts. So a lot of times what I'll do is go like, let's say it's got like 4 beats, right? Be like, but then I won't track the next one. I'll come right in on, don't hear it here. You know, let me try it with, I don't know if, do I have the echo here? Oh yeah, let me see if I can show you. I don't know if this is the right tempo or anything, but check it out. Check it out. Chickadee, check it out. There was the next one, right? So then I come here and go, let's say, we'd say one bar, a pre-roll. So it'd be like this. thing with the way I'm doing this probably wouldn't work, and that's because of the modulation. Yeah, this is not a great way to show this, but check it out. Let's see what happens. So now if we were to come here, this is like how like you hear a lot of those like radio rock records, like Nickelback or whatever. This is how they do it. And it because of the modulation, it's not right, but that's how you would do this kind of part sometimes, because what you don't want is that squeaky thing, right? You come like this. The other thing, so I know a guy that made a bunch of Nickelback records, and what he said was, "You ready for this?" And this is no judgment, because the expectation is this. So regardless of how anybody feels about it, this is a little bit of the expectation of that genre. They were tracking guitars, like heavy guitars, which if you're tracking like Mesas and Marshalls, it's just like a block. Like you're strumming. You're moving around, but you're not seeing transients really. It's just... But what they were doing was... Oh yeah, here we go. I'm going to say it. They were tracking a DI along with it. Then they were doing is... They would have their, let's say, their guitar part, and then it would have a DI under it. They would then separate... They would ungroup them. And then they would highlight the DI part, which is all big transients, and they would beat detect it. But what they did was once they found all the regions on the DI track, which is totally... DI tracks look almost like snare tracks, right? They're just like pop, 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 right? Bing, bing, bing. Once they got them all set up, then they regrouped them, clicked on it. Now it chopped up, or it put all the lines all the way up through the guitar tracks that are really just blobs, right? Because they're compressed overdrive, and then they separate it from there, and then they quantize it. So they're using the DI track to figure out how to move heavy guitars around. And that's why some of that stuff you hear, it sounds inhuman. Maybe it is, but that's how they do it, man. I think it's time to fix that, clean that pot. Oh, so there it is. So there's dual delay. This is great. E with the G sharp in the bass. I grew up on Elton John. So, all right. No point to the video. My mission today is to not drive to Smyrna, which is down by kind of Murfreesboro, and don't go down. Don't go and check out that triple rec. I don't need it. Yeah.